Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Mic check. And there's no way, guys, you're going to get me again without having my microphone on. First, the intro, guys. Are you ready for Wednesday? I know I am. Crazy things going on in the market right now, and crypto is insane. I'm talking about that more. Why, hello there, everybody. How you going, chat? How is everyone going out on the tubes today? Are you guys doing good? Are you all Doge-fied? My God, Doge and XRP unstoppable. Polkadot coming through with the goods as well now in the crypto market. How is everyone today? How are you all? Wow, wow, wow. What can we get started with? Yellen being nasty to silver, the gold trade. What's going on with the markets right now? There is a lot to discuss throughout today's session, but I hope all of you are going quite well. Let's just quickly break down silver just to get started with. There's a lot of people are concerned about this one. Look, the trend still remains intact. I did this in the video today. It did sell off aggressively. We know that whenever you get a squeeze, unfortunately, you often do get that sell-off event, and now we need further strength. I'm actually going to go into the 2-hour and show you where that confirmation starts. And the confirmation is here. Breakout of the 2660 again. Once that occurs, we've got our trough, peak, high trough, high peak, and we can go back on with dealing with 27 and moving towards the 28. So all hope is not lost on silver, guys. It's just hopefully getting started. 2660, the very critical point that we want to be looking at. As per usual, we'll talk about the stock markets in just a few moments, but we'll start off with some of our crypto thoughts over the last 24 hours. Let's go over to BTC first. BTC looks crappy. It looks really tough to trade, and unfortunately, it is at resistance. So boring on BTC. There's nothing for us here at this stage, it looks like. The money moved into Ethereum. Now the money is in the other majors. What did we talk about yesterday? We talked about the 4 steps of crazy crypto gains. Step 1, BTC. Step 2, ETH. Step 3, big alts. Step 4, crap coins. So we're not at step 4 crap coins just yet, though some crap coins are moving up. We are at step 3, big alts. Let's now talk about some of the big alts moving. Firstly, Cardano. Look at Cardano. It's going up. It's moving through. Nice base formation across the 126, everybody in the community. You see it here. You see that it's based. It started to move up. Cardano could explode through the 1.4 and then go towards the 1.5 again. In fact, if you take this distance, it proofs out pretty damn well. Take that distance, proof it out, and it goes right up to the previous peak, which is the 155. I actually think Cardano has a lot more in it, and once it breaks through this 1.4, I feel like it's going to take a new high out. What do you guys think, Cardano fans? Is this thing going much higher than 150? Give your predictions right now in the community. Welcome as well to the 478 viewers. Hello all. Welcome to Wednesday pre-market. Daniel Polko says, Hex, I told you so. And you see a nice chart. Let's have a look at Hex for you, okay, Daniel? We'll have a look at Hex. So you're talking about Hex, the crypto. I'm going to go Hex with USD. Let's have a look here. We'll go with this one. We talked about this a while ago, I believe. Back in April, wasn't it, from you? Yeah, I mean, nice breakout, man. It's done well. Nice series of lower highs getting snapped off into break here as well. But it's a very cross currency. I mean, this is one that's, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good, but it's very, very choppy, as you can see on the charts. So that means that probably there is no real US dollar tether trades like BTC trade, etc., etc., etc. Or this is a bad chart for it. Anyway, let's go back through the others. We'll go to DOT here. DOT, beautiful breakout close happening at this stage. This really leads to 40 very quickly. 40 will be a little bit of a problem, but I don't see any reason that DOT doesn't move to the 40. Great double bottom here on the smaller time frame. You go down to the 1 hour. All of these alts were doing it. All the big alts. Double bottom, double bottom, double bottom, double bottom. Big movements out. $40 seems inevitable here for DOT. And then after that, if we get through 40, you know that there can be some serious moves here. Like Cardano, you're going to be going to potentially all-time highs. I mean, look at the 40. The 40 is tough, but you get through the 40, 44, then 48. I'm liking the polka dot. The beast has awakened, and it is moving very strongly. Speaking of beasts, first movement over, I would say, for Chainlink. This one, not interested in anymore. In terms of the current moves, it is done its job. Well done, Chainlink holders. Clap for the Chainlink holders. Good work, guys. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 50 buckaroony. It was hit. I'm very happy with this trade. I don't care about Chainlink for a little while now. I expect consolidation in this coin. Look, can anything go higher? Sure. But it did what I call hyperextension. Big move away from what it was holding on the way up here. So it just went boom, just powerhoused the last couple of hours, and it's moved to the 50. Now I think it kind of does this sideways action for a little while. Maybe you guys agree. I'm not sure. Kern Bell says ADA $2 this month. Mr. Philco says ADA $2 mid-June. DVO Official says yes, 160 to 170-ish for ADA. Conscious says $2. Everyone's looking for the tour. So therefore, we go slightly before the tour. Somewhere around that in 195. I could see it happening. That market capitalization would make sense as well. I mean, remember, there's crazier things out there. Doge is $85 or $88 billion or something right now. We'll go through that one in just a few moments. Link, I feel like the move's over. I'd be interested to see what the community thinks. XRP, great little inverse head and shoulders here. But really, what it's more about is it's just starting to get its momentum. We go back over to the daily. You'll see it's now moving up strongly here. Yes, I could see it going to the 195, the $2 area. I feel like there's other coins that are going to present very similar percentage gains without some of the risks that XRP brings, but it is looking relatively strong. Go over to Doge here. You'll notice it's at 65. I'm convinced this is the buy the rumor, sell the fact kind of event. And that means that, yes, everyone's looking for SNL on Saturday, but I want to know what you guys think. Is Doge going to run all the way in, or is it going to have some... I'm just going to reset some of these things so you guys get a better viewing experience. There we go. Is it going to do the buy the rumor, sell the fact? It's going way too quickly, I feel. How can Doge be moving this way and then for it not to sell off into the Saturday news? I mean, it's going to be a fizzer. What's going to happen? If he talks about it, everyone gets excited. I think it's buy the rumor, sell the fact, but I'd be interested to know what you guys think on this. ADA, good call last night, Tom, says Trishan. Yeah, ADL and DOT, it's all about the movements there. Link, ADA, DOT, Links moves over, now ADA, DOT. They're the ones that are most interesting. Uniswap could also pull it out, but I think Uniswap has already had a great move on it. So it all comes down to where have they been in the past. Big alts are in phase right now. And if big alts are in phase, we've got Binance Coin, we've got Cardano, and we've got DOT. Remember, these are still well under. We had Cardano at 50 billion plus. We had the others, we had Polkadot at around there as well. And Uniswap's coming up. I mean, this thing was going towards that 25 billion, 30 billion. We think these should be now around 60 to 80 billion. That's the feeling in the general community. Possibly for Cardano, even upwards of the 90 billion. It's possible. Doge, remember, 84. Litecoin also is moving. I feel like that one's all about, where its ratio is with BTC, with ETH. Then we've got Bitcoin Cash. That's having a nice breakout on it as well. We've talked about that. And VE Chain, a very popular coin that could be coming a little bit later. So I think big alt right now, then the movement will be into VE Chain. It'll be into these Solanas, these Thetas, these Trons, these other kind of coins. You can see Ethereum Classics moving through. So all the original OGs are pulling through. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. I wonder if, I haven't even looked at this. Let me go down here. So Stella's moved a little bit. Where is this original one? IOTA. No, IOTA has not moved. That's another coin from back in the day that has kind of remained semi-relevant. And of course, Neo was another one. Interesting. Got a super chat coming in here from Jack B. Thank you so much, Jack. $4.99. Hey, Tom, love the content. Thank you so much, Jack. Can you look at Tallycoin? Tal, it's on a bull run. Yes, we've been looking at that one as the community has been requesting it a little bit. And it's been doing really, really well. Talcoin is phenomenal. This thing's a beast. So I thought it would actually hover a little bit at 0.02, and it did, but not for long. 0.02 just blew it out of the water. So market capitalization still has movement potentially in this. It's clearly in a monster bull run. And what we have to do, we have to look at what moving average are we going to follow it up for. I think yesterday we were talking about this. 2 hour 20, I believe, was what we found. 2 hour 20, yep. So we follow it by the 2 hour 20, and unless it breaks underneath that, who cares? It's currently hyper extended through. Again, it's moving very, very aggressively. Just about hit the 0.025. We know it stops at every 0.02 kind of 5, and then it will stop at 0.03. So every 0.005 kind of number, that's where Talcoin or a lot of these cryptos like to stop. It's basic human psychology. Stops just before. So if it breaks through this point right now, where do we expect it to go? Right here. But I think this time round, it really will struggle here. It really will struggle. Watch the 2 hour 20 moving average. And if it starts to consolidate like this and then breaks below the 2 hour 20, maybe that's time to say, okay, I got to scale out of this. I've got to make a decision. Sid said something before in our webinar that we were doing, and he said, you've always got to have an exit strategy before you place your entry. And of course, that's what we totally agree with. If you don't have an exit strategy when you place a trade, you are not a trader. That's how I feel about it as well. What do you guys think? I think it's very, very true. You must have an exit strategy. It's easy to press the buy button. What's your plan? Is your plan to hold? I don't care what your plan is, but have a plan. That's very, very important. Tal USD, man, this thing wants to break new highs. Hey, it's looking for it. Congratulations for holders here. I think we've got some people in the room that are down here, 0.008, and they've got some significant portions as well. Great coin, doing well. Another one that was brought up yesterday was Cartini or something, wasn't it? Did I have that? I know I was looking at it. It's not that. I think it was Cartini. Cartesi, that's the one. Congratulations on that one. That was a great trade. Cartesi. I don't know why this chart looks ugly. CTSI. There we go. So we saw that one here as a community. 0.77, the breakout was confirmed. And boom. It even did it almost to the $1.10. Wow. We're good. We're good, community. We're good. Dollar would have been my action. But we actually recognized that this thing was bizarre and liked going to the $1.10. That was strange. But yeah, right on around that dollar. That was the area that we were targeting. I think it's probably over now, that initial run. But boom. This was pretty large. What percentage was that? So from the breakout confirmation, let's call it here. Let's not be greedy. About 30%. Not too bad. And then from the pickup on the conservative, even more. So well done on bringing this one to our attention. Again, Jack B, yeah, Talcoin looks pretty good. It's on a bull run, and it is certainly moving through. Another one that I've been looking at for a little while. Technically, it should move with Link. and it hasn't really been moving with Link, has been API. The problem, I think, with this one is they have great backing. They've got great amounts of support in the community technically, but it's kind of dying out. The discussion's dying out. And with any crypto, these have to continue to maintain strong communities with tons of discussion. Double bottom, like any of the cryptos, has been formed. This is API 3, like kind of like a crapper coin, really. And it has moved through and it's shown strength in the last couple of hours. It's also shown that it's breaking over this downward trend line. So you can see here on the smaller time frame, that trend line was busted through. So it was something I'm looking at before the stream. I was just kind of checking it out and I was thinking, oh yeah, it's pretty hard to get hold of this coin. It's not that easy to buy like a lot of these crapper coins, but it looks good. I mean, double bottom, it's technical. It's a technical. Okay, so exit strategy. How paper are my hands? Buckwheat hikes. Buckwheat, yeah, I know there's this whole thing about paper hands and diamond hands and stuff. There's a difference between trading though and investing. So diamond hands, the best concept ever. If you believe in a company and you want to hold that through, damn well you should have diamond hands. If you're trading Tesla and you're like Harry and you're just like, I love Tesla and every dip is a buying opportunity, sure. But if you don't believe truly in that, you must have a plan. And you'd be stupid not to. It's just, you have to have a plan, guys. Try to do it. Riot is awful. Sell, says the forgotten era. Yeah, Riot is not the best. It's certainly not the best. Let's move over to the market now. We've talked about how big alts are really coming through now in terms of how to value them or how to figure out where they're going to next. Things like ADA, I'll just show you how I do it. ADA to ETH ratio is going to be the one I'm looking at. You can see how low ADA ETH ratio is, historically getting down there, and it's got a lot of room for it to go. So this is how we got into that ETH trade. This is how we decided Ethereum was incredibly cheap to BTC. And of course, the forking event was going to be a big deal. It's all about the gas there. With ADA, what are we looking for? We're looking for incredible strength and probably a ratio like up here. So this is the type of percentage that I want it to come. I want it to claw back that percentage. Damn it. That's where we want it to go. So when big alts come in like ADA right now, like Polkadot, etc., go to your ratio charts. Ratio. That's going to be where it's at. Thoughts on BTT? Seems to be moving. Yeah, BTT is doing okay, is it? Yeah. It's doing okay. I mean, it's moved 10%. I don't think there's... Yeah, I don't like it that much. Big sell-off, lots of consolidation. At least it's bouncing, and it is looking like it's breaking up. It's like all these alts. They're all showing a very similar kind of story. BNB, we'll just quickly go over to the Binance coin. I was talking about how I like this one. I still continue to like it. I like the closure above. I like the double retest that it's done. I like how it's interacted with that zone. It's still a sleeper. Should crack 700 and should go to somewhere around that 750, 800. Again, look to BNB versus ETH ratio, and you'll get a bit of an idea of where it can go. Binance coin versus ETH, well down on its spikes through April and it spikes through later April. Why can't this bounce off this zone here? Look, resistance, bang. Why not? Why can't Binance coin bounce, guys? It's all the ratios. While we're still in this hyper area where people are just buying in, I got people calling me and they're like, hey, I bought Doge. I'm like, okay, dude. And they're like, no, I bought Doge. I love Doge. I'm like, okay, all right. Where'd you find out about it? Oh, everyone's talking about it. We're getting close to that peak euphoria stage. And I'm very cautious, but very optimistic about the heater that coins can go on in this last part of the cycle. There may only be one more run left in BTC. I'm deadly serious. Maybe only one more run. We are getting to a point of stage euphoria. When I get the call from an 85-year-old and they say, Tom, I'm thinking about buying Doge. I'm out, guys. Goodbye. I'm not coming back. I'll be like, yeah, no. That happened to me last time. We're very close to the end when 85-year-olds are wanting to buy the Dogecoin. Let's move over to the markets. Markets were wild yesterday. The old US 100 is recovering. So we were correct about the key support. We were correct about the move down. And now we've got US 500 at a critical point, and we've got US 100 buying up through the futures right now. So you can see here, 13,650. That's where we're at. Going towards 13,750. Previous resistances, will they act as support? I mean, that sell-off was super brutal, super quick, 3 and a bit %. Usually when you get a flash that big, it is met by the next day being a bullish day. I fully expect this. And this will show whether Wall Street wants to trap us as retail traders. Because imagine if they take it up here, then they sell this beast off, and then it busts this low. Now, if that happens, we're in for more correction, for sure. I actually think if we start selling off here, Wall Street's showing their hand again to us, which is they pumpy, then they dumpy. That's what they're doing. They're pumpy, then they dumpy on us. Nasty stuff. Don't hate or fall in love with a stonk or crypto, says Bloodbath McGrath. Chris Alexander says, my grandma gave me ETH for my birthday. Question though, Chris, did you ask for it? And did you just buy it with birthday money? Or did you get something else? Dollar to 108 by July. I stand by my call, says John S. Interesting. Does trading / speculating crypto help or hurt the DeFi movement? Especially Doge, I feel like really hurts crypto. I really feel like Doge hurts crypto, but yeah. Bloodbath McGrath says, hey, I sold my sundial at $3 when I bought it at 60 cents. That's good. Nice. Nice work. Pumpy and dumpy. That's right. Link dot alternation. I think that Link is, Link kind of over for me. $50 was so glorious. Now we're moving into the dots. We're moving into the ADAs. We're going to stay there for the next 48 hours. See what happens then. So US 100 supports, resistance, sell-off potential right here. Let's go to US 500 because I think that's the one that I'm looking at. And I kind of almost expect it to sell off into the market open here through this session. So we are 1 hour and 8 minutes away from the market open. And we're right here. Right here. Now, we get further sell-off pressure, guys. Back down we go. 41.20 remains the key critical point the bears want to control. And if Wall Street is going to be making a mockery of us, the retail traders, they want to sell it right here, right now. Previous supports acting as resistance. This is going to be the point where bulls and bears fight it out for today. And that's a pretty large recovery. It went sell-off, flash, straight back into the green. Interesting stuff. Straight back into the green so quickly. What do you guys feel about this level? Are we going bull or bear today? Community, tell me now. Tom, not only all the young can do can't be done by the grandpas. All right, Gerard. Pumpy Dumpy sat on a wall. Pumpy Dumpy had a great fall. That's right. Got him. You were right, Tom. I was just playing along. I bought it with the paper fiat she gave me. Ah, see, Chris? I know. Big brain here, Chris. Big brain. We've got big brain on this channel. All you guys are smart. Is XRP dead? XRP will move, and it may move more as a percentage, but I'm happy with what happened with XRP. You guys know I had the target for $1. I was sitting around that 40 cents, raging it, the SEC thing, and then it went to $1. I was happy. It went to almost $2. I was very happy. And then I'm like, goodbye, XRP. Back to my quality coins. Now, you may be a bit XRP lover, but I don't really believe in XRP anywhere near as much as the other coins. That's my feeling. Maybe that's not yours. Where's the bull emoji? The bull emoji. Oh, you mean on the thumbnail. Yeah, it's gone away. We've just got everything. Not done falling yet, says DFO. Everyone else, though, wait, what are we? We're split. Looks like we're about 70% bull to 30% bear. I'm bully, then bearing. Exactly. Bully, then bearing. US 500, I am keenly watching this through the start of the session, and I will be floating around at 2050 exponential moving averages here. SPX, we go over to that one, have a quick look at it together, go down to a 2 hour or 1 hour time frame. See, look what's here. Now, 41.64 is where we closed. We're going to open theoretically at 41.84. I feel like we should open around 41.78. That's the level I feel like. Let's quickly go to the super chats here. It looks like I may have missed a few that haven't come up on my scroll. So let me just quickly scroll back here. Got that one. And then we have verified news. Dave, dollar rally to 92.50 this month. Thoughts? Let's have a look at the dollar index for you, Dave. 92.50 this month. Well, it's going to be non-farm payrolls that gets it to you. Remember, subscribe, guys. We've got 1,200 people here. Get those likes up, people. Smash the likes. Click the button wherever the hell it is on your mobile, iPad, TV. I don't even know how to like on the TV, but I was watching some YouTube on there. It's not bad. NVIDIA Shield, people. NVIDIA Shield. None of this Apple TV stuff. NVIDIA Shield. That's where it's at. 91.40 resistance, Dave. This is the critical point. My God, is it critical? Because if the dollar breaks through here and closes, close, non-farm payrolls is going to be the one that gets you there. But if it does, yes, 92 to 92.50 is very theoretically possible. It also, I think this is the precursor of the market going bearish. If the dollar index goes through this resistance, close above, it tends to push risk off sentiment, which means dollar strengthening, and it's a good precursor to a market faltering. So in fact, if we get a closure above here and the market's still hovering around, stuffing around in its little thing, doing its little thing, it's a good precursor along with the PCC, along with the VIX, to say something is not right here in the markets and we need to be there together. So we saw that first kind of initial sell-off yesterday. Now we've got the pumpy. We may still get the dumpy. 91.40. I'm watching it like a hawk. Daily as well, you'll notice there's moving averages there. And on the 4 hour, 8 hour, you've kind of just got a very clear level, Dave. Very clear level. Jack B, donation coming in. Oh, we've done that one. And we've got Massey coming in with a $5 donation. Can you look at LTHM? Thank you for your insights. No worries. Thank you very much for the very generous donation there. Let's have a look at LTHM for you. Okay. 1830 up 1.22%. Has declined recently. Let's go to a daily. So recovery has been all the way back to what looks like its IPO over here. It's a chemical specialty company. Interesting. Resistance, fairly clear. What is it? 1950. Then it stopped at 19. I guess 19 is our resistance. Don't worry too much about that left. Got a big bullish hammer there. We're getting flow today, so we're going to go above. Two moving averages, 20 and 50 about to cross up on the daily. Significant. I'd love to have like an 1850 close for you today. And I actually think that that will signal this getting broken off, as in the resistance getting taken out and you moving back up. You need that further follow through momentum. This is a great start. Daily pin bar, hammer, whatever you want to call it, is a great start. And I love it. But I want to see even more potential. And that's going to take you with further bullish momentum today, like it's doing in the pre-market. Closure here, 1830 would be great. 1850, something like that. Then the bullish pressure comes through. We get above 19. And I don't even think 20 matters for this stock. It doesn't look like 20 really matters that much for it. So it should smash 20 and hopefully return back to your 2350s. Great formation. And you've got like a little bit of a trend line you can go back to, where you can just say, okay, well, at least we know there should be some buying pressure each time it comes down here. So even if it did this, should be still some buying pressure there. Good luck on this one. Thank you very much for your donation. Massey. Conscious, $2. US 10-year and crypto correlation. I don't think so. I don't think so. I haven't overlaid them, but I don't feel like they are correlated that well, Conscious. One of the reasons I don't feel like they are is because, well, let's think about it. We ran into 18th of March, 28th of Jan, we had a big movement. Then we've been sideways. So is BTC correlated? August is when the whole thing started. Probably times in relatively well with it. I can do a correlation. $1.27. So 26th of Jan. BTC had kind of already done its thing at that point. So if you come over here and you think about 27th of Jan, that's when it did have that second run. It dropped at the 7th. I don't think they're correlated close enough. Where'd this happen? 7th. Oh, yeah, I mean 7th in... Does that look like a BTC chart? Kind of. Maybe needs more investigation. I like where you're going. I haven't done enough work on it. I'd need to correlate both charts. I can't do it on the stream right now for you guys. Well, I could, but I don't really have the time to do it and do everything else we want to achieve. But I do like it. Someone do the study on this one. Get the correlation. You can do so in TradingView. Bring up your correlation. Split them over the top of each other and share it in the public Discord community. Remember, guys, if you want to get into the public Discord community or the private one, join up as a member here or on our website, FX Evolution, or of course, get into the free one by typing in. Use the tippity taps of the keyboard or the phone. Type in ! Discord. That will give it to you. You can see on the right-hand side, ! Discord. That's where we're looking. This long leg doji on the daily, get a closure above here. Yes, it looks like treasury yields will go up. That could also spike down the US market. Remember, treasury yields, they do freak out the Nasdaq, at least initially. So this is a good little long leg doji regardless, because if we get a breakout above here, boom. Boom. And I would be very interested. So what, 29th of April, 30th. I'm not sure on this correlation, but I'd love to check it out more. Derek, 4 with 1,000,004. Super chatted Hong Kong, $25. Thank you so much, Derek. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Derek. Could you elaborate again on what you meant by one more run left for Bitcoin? Any impact on Tesla or Square? Thank you with 1,000,000 zeros. What I mean by one more big run for Bitcoin is this. So let's go over to, not this chart. I love that so much. Where are we? Here we go. The halving thing. Whoa. There we go. Things are crashing. This isn't exactly updated. But what I'm talking about with one more run on Bitcoin is I believe there's going to be one more super euphoric run. Now, I know every other time, well, in 2000, you got to remember, in 2012, it ended, the whole cycle ended at 400 days or before 400 days. Very similar. Like even before 400 days, it was over. In 2016, if we're going off that data, it ended at around 500 to 550. I'm telling you, so many people are getting into Doge. Everyone. When everyone's talking about it, if you're sitting there on like in an elevator and people are like, dude, I bought the Doge, you made $5,000. Get on the Doge right now. Get on the Doge right now, dude. And it's all over mass media and it's being spammed. Remember, it hasn't been all over mass media until recently. And after I think this Elon Musk thing happens and everything else, we're going to be at that absolute peak tippity top. We'll get that final injection of cash and BTC will have its euphoric run. That's what I'm elaborating to. I believe there's one giant big movement here that's going to happen. It's going to be like $20,000 to $30,000 of BTC in like a week. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. That's what I'm thinking. Guys, what do you think? Community? Are we going to see some kind of crazy BTC run euphoria near the end? And then I will probably be like, ciao. From that, I will ciao off in this market for a little while. And I'll take very specific things because I feel like when you hit the euphoria on the last time, this is too compelling, too much euphoria, too much elevator speak. And smart people, smarter than me, have always said when everyone's talking about it in the elevator, you have to be careful. you have to be careful, because when everyone's talking about it, I've always found that to be very close to the end. Do you ever get the tippity top? You never get the exact tippity top. But if you get some of it, you feel pretty good. Getting 2/3, nothing wrong with that one. The other question you had was how will it affect Square and Tesla? Well, it'll affect them both very positively. I think both will run with it, and along with coin, it will hold up quite well. And then we will have, unfortunately, some negative sentiment towards it after that point. Chronically Sam says, yeah, I tend to agree. Yeah, Doge listed on 2 new exchanges this week alone, Brother McGrath says. Absolutely. This market is different. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong there. But, again, it's our opinions on stuff. We're still trading the price action. Is there any reason to be bearish? No. It's a mixture of your conceptual ideas and your price action knowledge and your fundamentals. So in the crypto market, what can we really do? We can only use seasonality, which is one, and we can use our technical analysis to show euphoria. I think that we're going to see euphoria, and I think we're going to be able to easily spot euphoria, because what's going to happen, it's going to move away from our consistent moving average, and it's going to go ballistic. There will be no pullbacks. It'll be like this. Woo! Off the screen, like that. Goodbye. Bang. And then we know we're in that euphoric stage. And regardless, we're going to see a crash pullback. So whether that's the end of it for a period of time, we're not saying it's end of crypto. We're just saying a period of time or something else. Who knows? Crazy run probably. Look at the dumb Nasdaq 100. Vitus, we've already looked at the dumb Nasdaq 100. 13,616 going up towards the resistance of 13,725. I still think US 500 opens around that 41.78, 77 zone. We've come down a little bit since we spoke. But yeah, that's my feeling on it. And I don't think it's over yet. I've been bullish. I'm still bullish. But there's still a time and a place for everything. And you've got to be that person that isn't left holding the garbage at the end. And BTC isn't the garbage, but there are some garbage coins out there that people are holding right now. Okay, let's go back over what's going on right now. So this is one of the charts that we've been talking about a little bit in the market. We'll still see how it plays out. We've obviously talked about all that May stuff to death. And we are now here with earnings this morning. So before we go through the other super chats, before we jump into everything else, I just want to talk about the fact that today we have PayPal coming out. PayPal, big one. We've got Uber, we've got Twilio, we've got Fastly, and others. And this morning we have some of these companies. GM will have earnings, may have already come out. Pretty big stuff. Then tomorrow, Thursday, we've got Moderna, good one. We've got Regeneron, interesting. Fiverr might be even interesting. Square, Roku, Peloton, AMC, Cloudflare, Beyond Meat, Dropbox. I mean, what is that? That is Stonk Thursday. We've labeled it here as a community Stonk Thursday. How can it not be? It's just too insane. But it's way too much movement. Way too much movement. Kev Sibar, super chat at $5. How does Uber look? Buy before earnings? We'll check out Uber in a few moments. Let's just quickly bring up the stream here. Let's bring up the pre-market. I haven't looked at the pre-market because I was doing a webinar before. By the way, if you want to join our webinars, we'll be having them open for a few weeks here on YouTube. So make sure to jump into the public Discord. They start at 9 p.m. every Wednesday. Every Wednesday with Tyra and myself, you get both our opinions. We usually cover Forex, we cover commodities, we cover indices, and whatever else is interesting at the time. So definitely join us there. Let's click the pre-market. Molecular data, Sundial, Oxygen, Zemedia, all making some recoveries. Even Palantir's trying to get above that 22. We've got GameStop, 1%, 162. Okay. So GameStop's really struggling, just kind of floating around. And then we'll go to the big companies. What's up? Match.com up, Biotech, Moderna, Nvidia, Zscaler, Trade Desk, PayPal, Tesla. And on the downside, not much. Almost all green in the pre-market so far. All green, all good. Let's now go back over to the charts. We will do this one. We've got Uber as a request here from Kev Sibber. What do we think about Uber? I don't like the stock, but that doesn't mean that there isn't good TA here. Oh, you know what I don't like straight away? I hate the weekly close. I really don't like that. To me, it's kind of like there's this weakness here in this pair. This stock is not really kind of doing it for me. It should have been holding. It held once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. The recovery has not been as fierce as it could be here. And then it struggled quite a lot of times at 60. So you're in consolidation. You're near a level of support. So what's the worst case scenario other than they completely destroy and go really bad on earnings? It's probably somewhere around here, around this $49-ish range. So if we get to the $49-ish range, that is the zone that I feel like we're going to have a bad earnings. Now, good earnings, that could push us up to a 58 into a 60. So it becomes a risk-reward ratio. Are you at a great level of support or resistance based on that weekly? I don't think so. I think we're just at a fair level, and the 2050 cross is about to occur. New trough. It's a complete gamble. It's up here pre-market 3.51%, you can see, but that weekly close is usually an ominous sign. We'll come back to it tomorrow, but that's the way I feel about it. Thanks so much, Kev Sibber. Good luck. Probably bad earnings is only going to put you down this much percentage. What is that? The percent's probably about 7-ish. There's always more risk. We don't know what the earnings is like, but that's most likely the bad earnings level. And the good earnings level is somewhere around that 58 kind of range. Okay, let's now have a look. Karamaga coming in with a $4.99 donation. Could you have a look at MGA? Certainly can. Magna International. Hit $100. Didn't we? I think we looked at this one yesterday and we decided that was beautiful. That we had the aim for 100 and it was beautiful. For me, it's all that trend line that we had last time, I think. Was it trend line? It wasn't from the bottom, obviously. It must have been here. Yeah, there it is. Something like that is kind of what I'm looking at, where it's picked up a couple of troughs. It's on support. It should find more bullish pressure. I expect consolidation here. It's hit just before 100, sold off, which is very normal for a stock when it first goes for that $100. And now it probably just consolidates through. We've had earnings, or we've got about earnings. 5th of, so it's on support, and earnings is today. Yeah, look, it's right there right now. It's got to hold. It's got to hold. But if it does, you go back up to 100. If it doesn't, you know what's going to happen. It's going to bust through this and create further shorting pressure. I could see it going even back to the 80s. So it's a tough one again. Some of these trades in the market are tough. Do I like this chart? I think it's on the support. I wouldn't buy in here. If I was in, I'd be comfortable if I believed in the earnings. However, it's not really a strong technical buy. Like for a day trader, they're not going to come in here and go, oh, I love that. I love that chart. They're just going to say, yeah, it looks all right, and move on to the next one. You want highly statistical analysis. Remember, you want 3 to 4 separate reasons, guys, to get into a trade. You don't want just one reason. A crappy trend line like this is not enough of a reason. You want horizontal support resistance, role reversal, volume, some kind of indicator ideally. You need it all. 3 to 4 separated reasons gives you the strength that you need to get through here. Truly Messiah says there's so many damn coins. Exactly. Darth Sidious says I vanquished Tesla Harry and now he has respawned as Doge Harry. Harry Chu says buying Doge at these ultra low prices is an opportunity of a lifetime. Harry, are you turning into a shill? Don't do it, Harry. Come back to the good side. Okay, come back to Tesla. I'll support you in the Tesla regime, but your new Doge regime will not be adhered to. Community, get Harry back over to the light side. Sid, what are you doing, man? You're turning him into the Doge King. Echo Aurora, Singapore, $2. Thoughts on PCC the last few days? All right, let's have a look at the put-call ratio. Remember, PCC is the code. Turn it into a line chart daily only. And please, guys, Wait till the closure of the day. I've had so many people messaging me, Tom, oh my God, the PCC, it's 0.4. Did you see? It's not closed. It has to close. Wait till the close occurs so it can reset. Remember, anything during the day is just crap. It's just crap. What are my thoughts here? So I expect today the PCC is going to drop. Okay. And we know the PCC is going to drop because we've got some bullish momentum coming into the session. We've got 0.71 up here in the US 100, US 500's up. It's all green, all good for now. Everyone's feeling great after that little flash. And you expect that to occur if they're trapping nasty Wall Street, trapping the retail. So look, it's not really anything surprising. We hit ultra low PCCs at the tippity top. First sign of selling, we got a huge amount of puts obviously opened. Then they start their laddering in. So we'll be able to tell more from the price action. The PCC is not going to be as useful. We'll go over to something like the US 100 and we'll be able to tell by this price action. It comes up here, and if it sells off this zone, then it quickly spikes back up again and then it sells again. It is a carbon copy of what happened in Feb and March, where Wall Street stole our stimulus checks. They took them from us. They literally were robbing us. They were the tax man. They were robbing us. And that is what they do. They basically push it up and through. Have a look. If you don't believe me, go back over to the time and think about what happened here. There was a sell-off, bounce instantly. Sell-off, bounce instantly. Big sell-off. Look how big the bounces were. Well, let me just quickly get the percentages up. These were pretty large moves. Very hard. 4.33% moves. Pumpy dumpy. And then they pushed it all through, left it down there for a little while so everyone expired because all the retail traders had puts all over here. And then they went, yeah, we're going back up again. That's what they like to do. They like to try and trap that psychology. So usually it's 2 steps down, 1 step back, 2 steps down, 1 step back, the standard swing trade. Welcome to the 1,491 viewers. Thanks so much, guys, for supporting the stream. Are we at 500 likes yet? Oh, we're damn close. Guys, smash that like button right now. I'd love to see this thing get up there to 500. We can then play the hype music and we can get ready for a really serious Wednesday earnings. It's going to be good. So Echo Aurora, that's my thoughts on the PCC. We follow it, but it's only like 2 to 3% of our overall decision. Jai Yong Lee, Singapore, $5. Why do you think Bitcoin still looks strong when the daily chart has lower peaks and lower trough? I'm not so much looking at Bitcoin's chart right now from the perspective of whether it's strong or weak. I'm just thinking about where we're at in the sequence. But this is all I'm looking at here. So I'll show you the weekly because weeklies are true. Weekly engulfed. So weekly took out the previous bearish candle. And the only reason I think BTC is strong is because this is what happened back in 17. You saw a big move in ETH. You saw even a big move in Doge. Go back and check the charts. You'll see it, guys. Big moves. Let's actually go back and let's see if this ETH chart goes back in time. This ETH chart is useless. Terrible ETH chart. Wherever we need a better Ethereum chart. None of this. Where's Coinbase? No. Which one actually has enough history? Does this have enough history? Oh, there we go. So, back in 17, Ethereum actually had a mega run. And it ran around that June area. Now, I believe we're sped up. We're going faster than before. Fast. No slow, only fast. So Ethereum ran heavily here, and BTC was just like, yeah. We went, it wasn't strong. And then it had the epic beast run that went through with it. So if we have the old charts here for the epic beast run, look, October, August wasn't good. And then, then it went just nuts. Went nuts. And it was going strong before that, but the epic beast run was way bigger. So I think we're kind of in this point right now. We're at BTC boring, and I want this. This is what I want. The big beast run. And then it's all ogre. Some people would say. That's my thoughts there. I then believe it's going to pull back a little bit. And then next time round, it's going to be worth probably holding because we're going to see alternative investment funds come in and start picking up the units. I just find it difficult to think they're going to buy it in this current cycle, but could be wrong there. The chart itself doesn't look weak to me though. I think the weekly looks fine. I think overall the trend remains intact. And what you're probably looking at is the smaller timeframes. And yeah, look, this isn't the best looking chart of all time. But again, the overall crypto market's strong because Ethereum is still holding a very good base. So I'm looking at Ethereum. I'm like laser focused on the rest of the market. And I'm seeing second, like Ethereum get big. Now big alts get big. ADA, DOT, Link, XRP, Uniswap. They're all going to move with it. Doge is moving as well. Then crapper coins will move. And then BTC will come through with the big king hit. Jilong Lee or Jilong Yi, I'm not sure which one is your name, Singapore $5. Why is the recent big daily Tesla green candle, 30th of April, not strong enough a bull sign? Yeah, that was bizarre. This candle, I don't understand how they even let it through. This is a bizarre candle. So this candle was very strong, and we've seen this a few times. We had this really big one followed by gap and then bearishness. So it seems like whenever we get a giant green candle on Tesla, we need to be incredibly concerned about what happens next. Giant green, it's like Wall Street let through everybody. They let everyone, sprung the trap, let everyone in, and then sell it off the next day. There isn't enough strength in one candle alone. It's about understanding a sequence of events and a sequence of story that you want to trade. One candle isn't going to do it. I would suggest you do our course. You can find the links in the description down below. It really explains it. A lot of people think they know a lot about technical analysis and stuff. And I can tell you, I still don't know everything. I've been doing this for 11, 12 years, whatever it is now. And I still don't know even next to I know maybe 80% of things, but I'm still learning every day. And if you stop learning every day, that's the day that the market will kick your ass. You always got to keep learning. And it's all about understanding sequencing. It's understanding price action. And you could take every moving average away from me. You could take volume away from me and I'd be quite happy. What they call naked charts. That makes me happy. I'm fine with that. You'll learn that every indicator can be read based on the price action. So it's all about understanding the sequence, and you would rather a very nice technical market than just a grind, massive pump. That's not going to be technical for you. Thank you for the donation though. John Moore super chatted $5 and then we're caught up. Would you look at WW daily, please? With the SP 500 just under resistance, can WW counter trend? WW International, can this counter trend? Consumer services, Nasdaq, down a lot. 2 hour, can it counter trend? So I guess what you're asking is this thing incredibly weak and therefore whatever the market does doesn't seem to matter to it? It's getting into that range, yes. So I'm not too sure what this is. How big is this thing? 1.81 billion. I don't know this one myself, but that's okay. It doesn't mean it's bad. You are correct though. When a deep value beaten down stock like this, even if the market gets crushed, often these beaten down stocks will kind of hold in a pattern because they're already beaten into support. Sometimes if it's like a financial thing and this has really bad balance sheets and it's not just an earnings related thing, it can get punished through. But yes, it is right at support and theoretically it could beat, and it's all going to come down to, yesterday's earnings weren't good enough. Is that right? 4th. So yesterday's earnings were no good. Yeah, look, it can counter because it's on its support, but you're really just going, it's been beaten. Hopefully it holds here. And I wouldn't buy it here. That's a falling knife. If we were getting knives in the chat, that's where the knives are. I would love for you to get consolidation here. And then of course a breakout. So you could go back into getting into an uptrend again. But you are correct. It may just hover there even if the market gets destroyed. Because at that same point, no one really is going to sell it here. The big funds have already got their positions. It's already been beaten down enough. They're too busy buying and selling the other portions. Chronically Sam says 13 likes to go, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the support there. Can you check out LTC and BCH? They seem massively undervalued against ETH. Yeah, so LTC and BCH are interesting because are they sleepers? Theoretically, yes. LTC is super under the runs that it did in 17. If we go out to the weekly, you'll see it's not even close yet. Like it's only, well, it's close to that run, but it's not even close to how valued it should be. And if we go with, is this coin worth that much anymore in the new environment of so many great coins? Hey, I don't think so. I don't think BCH is either. But it's not really about that. It's about people awakening up. Let's start valuing everything versus ETH. Let's get those ratios going. So LTC is a theoretical like $500 plus position here at 344. This thing can go all the way to 500. It's probably not the one I would go with. It's all about how many new announcements they can also do. BCH is incredibly under. People forget it went to 4,000 during 17. Look at this. Look how high it went. That was the end. See the cycle? At that last euphoric moment, it went ballistic and went all the way to 4K, and it certainly got beaten from there. So I probably prefer this one, but it doesn't really matter which one you want to go with. Yes, they're breaking out. Yes, they look strong. I still think DOT and ADA can perform just as well percentage-wise with these two. And that's because they're new projects and they're the ones that have that room. ADA has its room to $2. DOT has its room to go to 50, 60 bucks a coin. So they've got very similar percentages. Which one would you rather own? They're all going to move in similar fashion. What's BCH done in the last 24 hours? 28%. Let's have a look how much DOT's done. Won't be as much. 14%. So a little bit behind. But once it gets past 40, it could get going. Not bad at all. Chronically Sam, Super Chat, New Zealand, $10. Thank you so much, Sam. Height time? Question mark? Absolutely. 1,532 viewers. You guys have got us to the magical 500 plus likes. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Stonk crazy. You use the image being a member. Very cool. Let's now get over to the intro. We'll load it up. And are you guys feeling half an hour, 33 minutes away from market open? Are you feeling Wednesday or are you feeling Thursday? Remember, non-farm payrolls is later on this week. Friday morning in the US. It's all going to be about non-farms and how well the US economy really is going. All right, let's load up this intro. Here we go. Done. God. Sorry, guys. Blew your ears off there. All right, switch it on over. Whew. Almost took my ears off. Do I think digital currencies will affect cryptocurrencies? I'll talk about that in a second. They are coming though, everywhere. Like a plague. There we go. You guys feeling good now? I certainly am. Remember, hit that subscribe if you like the intro or anything else about the stream. It does help us out. We're on the road to 100K as a community. Together, we're getting this done. Thank you for all the support that you guys have done. Sharing the stream helps, liking the stream, jumping into the public Discord. It all helps out on supporting us to keep doing this. Now, come on, Tesla. Yes, come on, Tesla. It's up 0.8%. Came off the devil number yesterday. Went a little bit lower, but 666. It remains the level, the zone. Nothing can be stopped from the 666. How old do you have to be to buy XRP? I have no idea. It depends on your country, maybe. Everyone buys. Not that many people probably buy XRP anymore, though. It's just like the coin that people get into. They love it when it's undervalued to the others, and then they sometimes get stuck holding it for quite some time. XRP holders were very sad until about a month ago. And then they were still sad because if they were in any of the other coins, they would have made tons more money. It's kind of like BCH and Litecoin. You know, they're moving now, but they weren't that great for a time there. So we had a question about how are digital currencies going to affect crypto? And I would like people in the community to answer this question. So what do you guys think is going to happen to cryptocurrency when we eventually see US dollar crypto, odd crypto, New Zealand crypto, European crypto, and of course the Chinese yuan crypto, which is already coming? What do you guys think is going to happen at that stage? I feel like what will happen is we'll basically see a lot of coins fail, and a lot of these use cases, which are supposedly going to be used by these countries, will not be used. And they're going to be the ones that really fail through. I would doubt that a country is going to use any of these coins. They're going to make their own. XLM, can we see XLM? Yeah, we'll check out XLM. XLM's not a bad coin. It's been pretty small amount of movement recently. Go to a weekly, you'll see it's been underperforming. It is breaking out at this stage. Right there. Breaking out at this stage. Let's quickly scroll down through the others. Yesterday was a big sell-off in Square. Of course, we've got earnings tomorrow on that. This price action does not look good for the earnings. I've got to say, this is not the type of price action you want to see. 280 was hit. Definitely a trim level for some. Then it moved down. We had a... Oh, I've lost my voice completely. 1 second, guys. Okay, I should be back. Then we had a big, nasty rejection, another nasty rejection, and completion through it. I think it's probably more of an opportunity than anything else, but I will wait till after earnings on Square before I get excited about anything else. This is one that I like, but I like it on the long term. So it's not so much about trading it right now for me. It's about, can you acquire it at cheaper costs for later? And I don't mind. I don't mind whatever it does. 234, it'll be up today. It probably ends up like maybe 2% earlier on in the markets. But it requires BTC, it seems, for sentiment to get through. And you'll notice that when it closed below yesterday, it really opened up the fact that even if it does return, like the Nasdaq, so many of these Nasdaq stocks broke through heavy support and then got obliterated. So now any recovery is going to be met by selling pressure. And that's always a problem that we face on these types of stocks. Airbnb is coming a little bit better. If we go to TDOC completely busted through. When it got underneath that zone, you know, I thought 150 straight away, and it almost got there in a day. And then we go to AAPL. AAPL's back on support. Now, this one's interesting. I mean, AAPL, craziness. Dosey Dotes, membership for 2 months. Thank you so much, Dosey Dotes, for joining the community. I do appreciate your continued support. And to all members out there, as part of the Stonk Squad, Diamond Hands, or Day Trader tiers, I do appreciate each and every one. Yes, this is back on support. So, man, Apple got crushed yesterday, 3.54%. Straight back down after a good earnings report to the previous resistances becoming support. But again, I'm worried about any rally now is going to be met by these resistances acting as support. Sorry, this support acting as resistance, and for us to get the sell-off occurring with it. It's all over any of these coins. It's all over really anything in the markets other than the older value kind of companies or recovery stocks. We've got Kyle Hersig super chatting $4.99. COCP day trade. Let's have a look. COCP. Pharma stock. Whoa. Pre-market down 28.5%. I can only assume this was some kind of approval. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot barge pole. I would not touch. This is gambling, man. If you're going to get into pharma stocks, I truly believe the best way to do it is you have to be ahead of the curve and you have to look at your filings. You need to know things that are going to get approved, and then you base, or not maybe being approved, and you have to gamble on it that way. That's the way you've got to process it. What's currently looking at approval, which ones have a good track record of being approved. If you see them consolidating, then that will allow you to really take advantage of getting the larger, bigger position. They're always pumpy dumpy in the US, these small companies. I mean, how big is this one? 152 million. But once the pumpy dumpy is over, it just gets dumped all the way back down to pretty similar price. This is very consistent with all these pharmaceutical biotech companies. Look for the filings, read the filings, understand when they're going through, and buy them 1 to 2 weeks earlier before it happens. Do not get involved in this. This is crap. Guys, someone in the community has done this a lot. Tell him. Tell Kyle that this type of stuff, you can lose so much money on it, dude. I don't want you to be one kind of holding it at a buck. Could you make 25%? Sure. It might bounce today 25%. You feel great about it and you say, Tom, you're a moron. It's all about risk-adjusted returns, and there's a lot of risk in this type of play. The better thing is to go look for filings and then split your money through those, get a few that get right, and then get the hell out of there. Massey joining the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much, Massey. Welcome to the community, and enjoy the amenities. Enjoy all of the emoticons and everything else that's going on there. It's good. Thad says, OCGN gonna save the world. You love OCGN so much, Thad. Oxygen. Come back down now. Gonna save the world. Look, at least it's at a point where you hope buying pressure comes back through. We're about 24 minutes off the open here today, guys. And it is looking all right. Not too bad. Sydney Slate says it's over. It's over. We've got another question here. Dino says XOM. Yeah, I love XOM. What about XOM? It continues to run slightly higher, grinding out those green days on the eventual curve of hopefully getting towards $62. I want this thing to $62, and then my longer plan on XOM does not change. I want this thing right here, $66. Look. It's going to take a while. It's going to grind it out over time. There's different ways to play these stocks so you can take advantage of these smaller moves, though. But yeah, it's going to grind higher, I believe. It can get to 66. And that something like here is kind of my alert for the end of oil. That's the aim. That's the target. And then I think the end of oil is near in the cycle of recovery. And speaking of oil, hit our resistance yesterday, guys. Beautiful trade here. We had that movement up. We processed that. That was the plan. Bang, straight into it. Next target now for oil is going to be about $75. So what I'm looking for here is a breakout occurring, a movement up to 75. That's going to target that XOM to the correct zone, and then the moose. We're done. Any opinion on Dash? I've had some since $99. Look, this time round in the crypto market, are you talking about Dash, this thing? Or are you talking about Dash the coin? I'm going to assume you're talking about Dash the coin, because not many people trade DoorDash. So yeah, Dash the coin's a privacy coin. It's fine. All these old coins are starting to really ramp. So Dash went crazy last time. In fact, it's doing really well right now. This went to like... It smashed Ethereum in price. I think it was like 1,400 or something. Let me see if the Kraken chart has it. Oh, it was even higher. 1,611 last time round. So when Dash got on its run, it went ballistic. And this is another thing that I'm kind of looking at for the end of possible cycles. Imagine if we get this kind of ballisticness through these older coins as well. So yeah, look, Dash looks good. There's no reason to think that this thing is bearish right now. It's going to make a new high, it looks like today, and then continue its hopeful bullish momentum. I mean, 410, that's no joke. Dealing with it right now, 411. You can scroll down and probably watch the ticker on this thing moving through. Eka Aurora, super chatted Singapore, $2. TA on SAH, mate. It's an auto stock. SAH. Sonic Automotive, thank you very much for including that. Looks pretty damn good. Grinding it through. Bit boring, but definitely grinding. And there's nothing wrong with a bit of a grinding stock. So it had that strong instant recovery, consolidated. It's consolidating here right now, and it's going for a breakout today. So this 53.95 will actually go above any previous close if it closed a weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. So daily has got better. Oh, but that looks pretty good. I think yesterday was a breakout, man. I'll probably readjust down to there. I would adjust this to that closure there. I'd therefore consider, see how it respected that twice? I don't care about the gap up. So this is, I think that's a breakout. Nice. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. Take the distance. New all-time high prediction here. Tend to agree with it. Everything kind of plays out. Looks good. Thank you very much for the donation. Not too bad. Strong breakout. I mean, it's not an incredible amount of percentage, but what is this percentage-wise? 9%. Nothing to sneeze at. It's good. Just getting an alert here. What's this alert saying? Donald Trump remains banned from pasting Facebook. Okay, that's all it was. It wasn't that good. Why is that a high alert piece of news? Marcel Mazar, super chatted Ron, $10. COCP, please. COCP. Costral Farmer, another pumpy dumpy. Did we just have COCP? We did. Kyle gave me COCP, and then Marcel gave me a COCP. So there's a lot of interest here. Look, nothing changes. I said it a few minutes ago, Marcel, and that was that COCP is pumpy dumpy. And if you start to pick this up, can you somehow make money? Sure. Is it getting close to the lows? Yes. But I assume, look, earnings is on 10th of May. This is obviously some announcement. I don't know what the announcement is. You need to go check it out. Could be a filing based on its pharmaceuticals and approval. Is it worth taking a risk here? You have to do a risk adjustment. What's your worst case? Back into this. That's probably your worst case. So 153 down to, what is this? Probably something like a 120, 110 is your risk probability problem. You've got earnings, so that's where you could go. But you also could go back up to like a 2 or a 250. So if you believe that that's worth your risk adjusted and you've got the earnings, then sure, but you've got to be very, very careful. You don't want to get involved in a pumpy dumpy anywhere in these kind of points. You only want to get involved in it again if you believe the earnings is going to be good. And that's really all you're looking for, because it's whatever this was is clearly all over. Good luck. Louise Chiarotti, super chat of $1.99. Please check out TYHT. Shineko. Cool. It's a lot. Market capitalization of this is very small. 65 million. New high achieved. Took out the $15. Possibility up to 20 for sure. God, would I do this? What is this thing? Agricultural stock. I like agricultural stocks. I have absolutely no idea why this is moving. Clearly big volume coming through. Let's have a look at the daily. Big volume spike yesterday. Huge. Wow, that was an obscene amount of volume down here for a very small move. Wonder what caused that. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Huge amounts of volume. Then it's come through with another big goods. Look, it's in a clearly very aggressive uptrend. You can only track it by moving average here, and you've got to go find the moving average that's been following. And it'll be something very small, like a 30-minute 20. So 30-minute 20, it's hyper extended away from that. So really, it's all about 30-minute 20s, buying off those levels and moving through. That's what you're looking for. Alpha T, IAG, hoping for a crash. It was at 191 previously. Let's have a look here. IAG. I'm going to go with probably this one. No. Which IAG? Are we talking about a crypto are we talking about a stock? 199 pound. Oh, you wrote pound, so it's probably this. Was at 191 previously, hoping for a crash. Daily. You could get a crash. 2 bearish candles. You're lucky because it was getting close to trying to break out there. 4 hour. Oh, it's like give or take, man. You've got your series of lower highs here. You've technically broken out in the smaller time frames. It's right on support. What you're looking for, little bit of a sell through here. Back closure below. That'll signal that that was a false breakout. And then, yes, you probably do get your continuation sell. Where's it going to go? 190, which is what your target was. 190, 191. 200 simple moving average on the 4 hour. But I particularly think that this is where it bounces. If it's going to bounce, it bounces right here. If it closes below, bang, back down to 191. Good luck there, Alpha T. Kev Sibber, super chat at $5. What are your thoughts on coin? Well, coin's an interesting one because I think they're making tons of money right now. Like, I think the amount of money that Coinbase is making right now would be huge through these alts. Remember, Coinbase offer so many alts. In fact, how many alts do Coinbase offer? Let me have a look here. Coinbase. Anyone know how many they offer? Coinbase, coin listing, coin listings, I guess. Supported cryptocurrencies. All right. How many coins have they got? Decent amount. I don't use Coinbase in Australia. We don't use this. Got better ones to use than Coinbase. Interesting. So it offers, I don't even know if we can use it here anyway. It offers quite a lot. Decent amount of coins. That's good. Because if they do, that's going to be bullish in its own case. I still feel like it's going to go down a little bit first, though. I'm looking at it around the 250, 260. It's hit support as much as support can be on something that has no support. I still feel 250 is achievable as long as BTC remains low, and it seems like a lot of this initial hype is falling through. We know 250 is going to be buying, and the reason that is because that's where everybody knows that the listing was meant to come in at. But you know what interests me? 13th of May. So you've got to position in with this concept of the first quarter is going to be very good with tons of earnings, and then it's going to get better by the second quarter because we're in euphoria with the start of Doge. So you go to, but everyone knows this. So is the price just so obscene that the earnings can't control it? Look, it's a catch-22 because we know they're going to make tons of money, but the technicals aren't there. The technicals show weakness. I'm feeling the 250, 260 purely based on gut and the fact that many people are going to buy it there purely because that was the list price we were given. So damn it, that's what people want to buy it at. What do you guys want coin at? Anyone going to buy coin? Not as many as Kraken, Qcoin, or Binance. Not even close. Not even close. Binance, Kraken, and Qcoin offer so much. So much. CD Projekt Red is a request here. Why not? Let's have a quick look at CD Projekt Red. Has it come back yet, or is it still getting beaten with a stick? And the answer is still getting beaten with a stick. God, what a terrible, terrible, terrible rise and fall from fame. Such a great studio with great potential, but it does show that it was in a massive... I remember looking at this thinking, how can this be worth so much money? The hype around it was so real. And it's not like they didn't sell a ton of the game. The Witcher was much better though. Yeah, 17.54 billion in this country. It's still in a horrible falling knife. Guys, you know what to do. Get the falling knives out in the chat. This is a falling knife special. And unfortunately, at this stage, there is no stopping it. Continued falling knife special. We need to see consolidation. I'll probably load it up again in maybe 6 months' time and take a look at it. Could be a sleeper. I want to see some announcements come out from this studio, and I want to see some turnaround, because what they put out was a disgrace. It sucked, and I played 2 hours of it. This is how much I played of that game, Cyberpunk. 2 hours. And then I went, meh. There was a whole bunch of people walking through each other, and I was done. Binance was doing insane volume yesterday. BNB was number 3 by volume. They're making so much money. So much money, these brokers. Like, they are charging obscene rates. I mean, you got to remember, Coinbase charges obscene rates. So it gets even better from that perspective. David Taylor coming in with $2. Hi, Tom. Thoughts on CX? In at 720, might take profit. Let's have a look at CX. CEMEX, I assume it is. Yep, that would be the one. In at 720. Oh, yeah. So you took it just before, around that breakout. Taking profit, though. 837. I guess, has it really hit your goal? I guess it's hit close. What's your goal on this? 950 or 10? Why would it stop here? Construction materials. I love materials. Materials. Look, it looks really good, but you are correct. It's been running for quite some time. It's getting far away from the 20. So if you're not willing to ride it back down to the 20 and then ride it back up and ride it back down in this standard trend, is there anything telling you it's bearish right now? No. Has it hit a take profit? No. However, is it moving far away from the 20 moving average? It will today. It'll be up here, and that will be quite far away from where it's like to pick back down to. So because it's like to pick back down to that level, there is that risk in it for you. So that would probably be my answer. What's your plan for it? Do you have like maybe a strategy that says take out some portions of it, or you just want to be done with it? The trend's still up, so it just depends whether you're prepared to go through the 20 moving averages. And at a 720 entry, you're probably not. So good luck. It's very, very close. Maybe set a target at something like a 850. Obviously, make your own decisions. Good luck. In Astrum, super chatted $2. PLTR and YOYR NFTs a thing. Oh, YOYR NFTs a thing. What are people thinking? NFTs are certainly a thing in certain cases. Like, I think they're great for collectibles. Like, I could just see Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering cards or sports cards or collectible crap in general, or even like auctions of high-end units. You get like an NFT with them. Sounds cool to me. NFTs in game sounds cool to me. But yeah, absolutely. It's completely too early, and I think completely overpriced. I'll come back to the NFTs in a few years, like 12, 18 months. Once this whole thing dies off, I'll go and have a sniff round in the NFTs. But at this stage, yeah, I agree with you. PLTR was your request. The trend is your friend until the elevator is activated. That's a great comment there, Truly Messiah. That's true. And thank you also very much for resubscribing there, Truly. I saw you before the stream resubscribed. Appreciate your support. So, yes, Palantir hit the support yesterday. Pre-market is up. God, you hope this level holds. Now, almost you could say Palantir is our... We can get rid of these boxes because there's no reason to have them there anymore. The boxes don't need to be on the screen. We keep it clean here, people. $21 is the last level of buying pressure. It bought yesterday, thank God. I'm sure many of you were like, oh, please buy there, please. Yes. There's good and bad news. Bad news is you get underneath 21, it's going back to like 15. And it might be brutal. But if you hold here, we now have a clear pattern that can occur. And that is taking out that top. So once we take out 24, 27, not only will we be through a 50 exponential moving average, but we'll have a little double bottom near the end, and we'll be breaking that nasty downtrend, and everything will be great. In fact, I'm going to set an alert for up here, because guess what? I'm interested. I'm interested right there. Yes, Palantir will be on the watch list. I'll put it more than just speculative. I'll bring it over to the glory side of non-speculation, but it must do a lot of things for us still. 11:25, everyone. Let's now drive down into the charts for the open. We're 5 minutes off. Some of the things we're looking for today: US 500 finding bear presence early here in the session could happen. 41.85 is strong. I expected 41.78, I must say. So it could be a little volatile kind of 5 minutes. Let's get down to the 5er actually. Load up the US 100. I think we got to load up the US 100 as well. Let's get that up. Coming up for the resistance here. 5 minute chart again. We'll put in Tesla. Though is Tesla even interesting today? 1.21. What do you guys want? Decide right now. I won't put Tesla on the chart unless you decide. What do you want? Put it in the room and we'll get it in there. Long term is like 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Long term is like 5 to 10 years. So when I say like midterm, I basically just have two things. Hold things over like a couple of years and then hold things for like 6 months to 12 months. And then everything else is like whatever the time frame it gets to take the profit. XRP flag if breakout proves past 165. Yeah, XRP, it's trying. Let's see what everybody wants. Wheat, says Q. Not going to happen, Q. No way. No wheat. AAPL, crappy PLTR, says Truly Messiah. Alphabet. Anything but Tesla, says RVA Live Sound. Amazon, Crispy, Tesla or gold. Tesla, CCIV. US dollar CAD on the charts, Javed. I know you're from the community. Safe Moon. God, help us. Oh, that almost made me choke and die. Not doing no Safe Moon. Shop. Maybe we'll put shop on there. How many people do we have for shop? Not many. That's sad. All right, looks like Tesla won. Tesla won as per usual. It always wins, guys. Always wins. 5 minute chart. We'll chuck it down on Tesla. Let's watch the entry. See what goes on here. Pre-market is currently somewhere. For some reason, that chart doesn't have the pre on it. Orange juice. No, we won't do that. Nvidia. Lots of spam. I think Nvidia might be cool. Where was it yesterday? Did it come down quite a lot? Oh, why did I do that? 574. Is it back in the buy zone? Probably isn't. Oh, I love the stock, but I hate the valuation. You ever get that? You like hate the valuation so much and you're just like, I can't own it. Can't bring myself to own it at these prices. Let's now look at the pre-market. We've got Nvidia up 2.71%, Roku up 2.71%. Roku, of course, earnings Thursday after the close. PayPal coming in strong here as well. Square coming in decently, 1.79%. And on the big red side, we've got lots of boomer stonks. So money is coming out of these sectors today and moving into what looks like a little bit of the tech. Too early to tell though. SEA, God, that stock, such a good stock, SE. Klim is correct. It is a good stock. SE is a good stock. Okay, 2 minutes off. 41.86 for this market. US 100, 13.646. We expect day traders to sell off from 13.725 on the US 100 if it can occur. And I feel like the SP 500 may be false breaking in the futures. The first 5 minutes has me interested. Dave says, never put my wheat futures up. Yeah, that's right. I'm not doing it. We're not looking at wheat on this channel. Wheat burnt me once, will not burn me twice. I traded coffee. Coffee was cool. But I don't suggest those contracts. They're very, very brutal. All right, guys, I'm going to play the opening bell for everyone because it's going to be delayed. So congratulations on making it to Wednesday. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. It is market open and we are about to see what's going on in about 30 seconds. So it should be caught up for you by the time it gets through. BTC coming through nicely here with the 5% movement. Almost 56K again. We still got Dot. Dot is powering. See, I told you, big brain here on the stream. Dot now 12.22%, overtaking the performance. To 40 we go for Dot. Let's go to 40. Here comes the market. US 500 comes in slightly down, then instantly buys up. 41.87. US 100's 13.649. And Nvidia comes in relatively okay. Tesla 681. Let's scroll through some of these. GME barely up. AMC barely up. Sundial, Demon stock 3.67%. Mara, Tilray, Net, Square up nicely. 2.75. Needs to do a lot more work. T-Docs hard. Airbnb down 0.53. AAPL 1.15. We'll bring up the Explorer. This is the Webull Explorer. If you want to join up, get the free stonks. Make sure to use the description link below. It only takes you to just click the link, put $100 in. You get free stonks. I don't get free stonks, but I do get a small sum of money. They give me money, guys. It's great. It's glorious. Match Group, 7.46%. BioNTech, Ring Central, Nvidia. They're the winners. And the big losers are things that we don't usually look at on this channel. American Tower, Equinix. Boeing's okay, but they're not down that heavily. Let's have a look at the speculation tab. Click on the speculation tab. Oxygen, Thad is happy. Changing the world, Thad, 7.23%. Even beating out Doge here. Bitcoin, Mara, of course, Riot as well, moving along with that. And the only ones down here are Tilray upon the completion. So US 500 found a little sell there. I tend to think this is still BS. I don't see how the US 500 won't find some bears. Unless there's some earnings that's really good, US 500 usually will find bears at this initial point. The demon stock, the devil's lettuce, says Franklin Matthew. That's right. So US 500 selling while the US 100 strengthens. Look. Come on, 13,725. Let's do it. I want to see this down, this up, this hits this level, this sells, then they both sell. Maybe some people don't want that, but that's what I feel like is going to happen. Harry says, I think that's a fair take. I'm going to hodl Tesla though. I hope you're right, and it goes to 3K. Harry's going wild in the chat today. You and Sid are having like a war between the Tesla bull and the Tesla bear. So yeah, US 500 is coming in a little bit weaker considering what the Nasdaq's doing. All of crypto's looking very good. And I don't know if there's much else to really comment on. Looks like big alts are going to be the big performers over the next 24 to 48 hours. Then we'll have crappy alts. And then hopefully we go back to the BTC momentum. We get back above 60. 65, 70, and move on to new all-time highs. That's what we want. Dildo Swaggins. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Going, God, your name is naughty, dude. I'll sign up later today for you, bro. Cheers for the link. No worries, man. No worries. Tesla coming in with some weakness. Let's bring up Coin, because someone mentioned it. What's going on with Coin? 283. Nothing much is going on. All right, guys. Well, I think that probably brings us to the end of the pre-market. I've got to get up pretty early tomorrow, and I'd like to say big thank you for the support on the stream. We'll be doing Thursday pre-market open as per usual. Please join us here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens today. I know everyone was a bit split. It looked like the bulls were about 70%. But I'm kind of feeling a little bit bearish about that SP 500 price. Will I be correct? Time will tell. Look for the trough, the peak. Remember the trough, the lower peak, the lower trough sequence. That's what you're looking for, and that will be the signal. First 1 hour doesn't really matter. It's the point after that. Good luck, everybody. Good luck in the crypto markets. A lot more fun there at the moment than the stonk market. But I'm sure stonks will get heated up. And good work, Square, for trying its best. Even T-Doc's trying its best today. But T-Doc is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's becoming Sundial. I have a lot more faith in it, though. All right, see you everyone. Bye for now. Darth Diamond Hands calling me out. Says, great stream, Tom. Be prepared to be wrong about Mara earnings this week. What am I wrong about? You think Mara's going to do really, really well? I don't know. Maybe it will. Doesn't worry me, man. I hope you do well.